Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining I and I. I am Primal Light. I am the true light. Hail, hail to I, Self Supreme, Primal Light. Hail, hail to I, Self Supreme, Primal Light. Hail, hail to the I, Self Supreme, the light, the one true light, the light throughout the ages, the transparent light, the light without beginning nor end. I am Primal Light. I am the true light. I am Primal Light. I am the true light. Hail, hail to I, Self Supreme, Primal Light. I, Self Supreme, I honor you. I, Self Supreme, I honor you. I honor you, I honor you. I honor you. I honor you. Victory, 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 victory. I, Self Supreme, is victorious. I, Self Supreme, is triumphant. Victory, victory, victory. Hail, hail to the Primal Light. Hail, hail to the one true light. Thank you, thank you for joining the I Self. Primal Light, I honor you. I honor you. Hail, hail to all the I fragmented and fractal selves. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining the I and I today. Hail, hail to I Self Supreme, Primal Light. How art thou? Hail, hail to I, the one true light, the light throughout the ages, the light without beginning nor end. I am Primal Light. I am the true light. I am Primal Light. I am the true light. And mind has no power over the I and I. Say, mind, you have no power over me. Mind, you have no power over me. Mind, I am the self, you are the mind. You are sleeping, you are dreaming, you are not in awareness. This world is not real, mind, it's all your imagination. You are only my mind. You are not the self. It is time to come into realization. It is time to awake from the dream. I give reverence and honor to all of myself in alignment, bringing balance to this duality existence. Hail, hail to I Self Supreme, Primal Light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hail, hail to my Supreme Fragmented Self and Mother, Parent Self, Aten Ra. I want to give honor and reverence to Aten Ra, all of her selves, replica, are clones, and we are her baby selves. We're in this human body. So much honor to Aten Ra. Aten Ra is the primal light in this fragmented self. Just like we are the baby self, baby primal light, fragmented self atom, the shattered self atom. We are so minute, tiny particles compared to our self supreme self. The vastness of our self is incomprehensible to this duality human conditioning. I want to give reverence and honor to the primal teacher that's within every self called soul. So every one of you human beings is a teacher within you in dormancy that arises only to stillness and self-inquiry, and arises only when your soul, the self, is in the body. You must have yourself in your body. Stop calling on the dualities. When they have your soul, yourself cannot rise up because it's being imprisoned. This is the reason why everyone is so confused in this world. Stop calling on deities. Stop calling on God. Stop calling on duality. Why is it that you are steady calling on these dualities and not calling on the real? They are seeking your soul, but you are calling on them. Ignorance. Call on yourself so you can rise from your ignorance. Hail, hail to I Self. Primal light, fragmented self, manifest. Thank you for all that all the I and I selves are doing to bring balance to this dream existence. This dream is being dissolved. I Self Supreme Primal Light no longer wants to have a dream world. I Self Supreme Primal Light is dissolving this dream and returning all of itself back into one unified self, supreme primal light. No need for you to fear yourself. There is no aliens coming to take over this world. This is all fantasy story. This is not the real and it's not the truth. All is thyself. Every single one, every single thing here is yourself. In duality, it must return to its true nature. This is what the I Self Supreme is doing to all of those crazy-minded beings, returning them to their true state. Just like the human beings must be returned to their true state. Do not fear yourself. You are these tiny particles. Now look, I want you to think about the ocean, how vast it is. The water is so vast. And think of if you take one drop of that water. This is what you are. You are that one drop of water. And you think that you are so mighty and powerful. But yourself is the water. Alright? I want you to remember this. So there is no need for you to fear. You are the one drop of water. Your Self Supreme is the whole ocean. The water. Right? And that little drop of water must return back to the ocean. This is really what it is. No fear is required. This is you. All of it is you. No fear. Stop fearing. Take off this ego so you can lose your fear. The ego is what causing the fear. The ego arises in the dream, and when you wake up, you extinguish the ego. So this is the reason why the ego is afraid. The ego wants to be in existence, but if you rise up, the ego cannot exist anymore. The ego can exist only when you sleep and the mind coats you. This is the only way the ego can stay in existence. You rise up, take this ego cloak off. Ego cannot exist any longer. And your fear will be diminished. You will dissolve your fear. This is the message from my Self Supreme Primal Light. Self Supreme Primal Light, love all of itself. It's one self, one unified self. My Self Supreme Primal Light cannot punish itself. Only the ego is given punishment. All the deities and gods and lords, they are the one that is given punishments, but not the I Self Supreme. I Self Supreme cries. See all of itself in such ignorance and suffering. This is the last of this duality. We will never have another duality existence. You are not dying and returning back into this world. There is no death. When you get out of the body, you go to the invisible world and you return back. This is all you have been doing. But once you get out of this body, you will never return back into a duality existence anymore. This is it. This duality is ending. This movie is ending. Think of this world as you on a movie set. You're playing a character in the movie, and now the movie is ending, and you have to do something else. Alright? Lose attachment to this movie. It is not real. It's just make-believe, imagination. So I give honor and reverence to the unified self right now. All the selves that have been fragmented, where the masculine and feminine have been exploring separately, they are being unified right now. Aten Ra, is unified with Amen. And Amen is sharing her non-dual consciousness right now. Before Amen was in the world as a duality. Because you know, everyone in the world, when they do a prayer and they do all these things, they call his name Amen. Because why? Amen is an Aten Ra is the world. Is this world. But Amen was the duality. But now he has returned to non-duality. And so all of the selves are moving and doing what they need to do to bring balance to this duality existence. They're merging, to they're unifying their self. And so the Supreme Teacher, the Primal Teacher, and Shiva Shambho is now unified as one self. Archangel Michael and Enoch is now merged into Shiva Shambho. They are his clone, his self replicas, right? So as you can see, the selves, they're making clones of themselves, but each one is not exactly the same. Each of them is different. Like how when you take one drop of water, you see all the ocean right there, even the water in the faucet. You take a drop, every drop of water is different. You look at it like that, but it looks the same. But when you look under a microscope at it, just like all snowflakes, they all have a different pattern. The same thing with every selves. Even the clone, they have a difference about them, a uniqueness. All right. So even though Enoch and Michael are the clones of Shiva Shambho, they had a uniqueness to themselves. Now they all merged together back into Shiva Shambho. Alright, so I give honor and reverence to Shiva Shambho and the Primal Teacher. Shiva Shambho has been working diligently and dissolving all the dualities and assisting I Self Supreme Primal Light. And so I just want everyone in reverence and honor to just hail to Shiva Shambho. Shiva Shambho have been working tirelessly. Believe me, this is not an easy job, working with all of those dualities. Hail, hail to Shiva Shambho. Shambho, Shambho, Shiva Shambho, calling Shiva Shambho, Shambho, Shiva Shambho, 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 Shambho. Much honor, much honor, much honor to all the I and I selves playing all these roles. I give honor to all the I selves. Thank you for all the great work that you're doing, bringing the duality to non-duality. Thank you, I Self Supreme. Thank you, Primal Teacher, Feminine, the Shiva Shambho. Know that within the I Self, everyone has the baby of the Primal Teacher within that rises up to teach you about yourself. This is what you need to be busy to do, busy doing. Calling within yourself so that the teacher can rise within you. That is I Self Supreme Primal Light as the teacher. I Self Supreme Primal Light is playing all of these roles as the teacher that rises up within you to teach you. I Self Supreme Primal Light has fragmented itself in all of these various myriads of ways so that the I Self Supreme can learn everything there is about this duality This is the end of this duality. I, Self Supreme Primal Light, has learned everything that it needs to learn from this duality, and is closing this dream, and no more duality existence will ever be created. So I give honor and reverence to my next self, which is the self unmanifest and the self manifest, in alignment to bringing the cosmos into balance, bringing the realm into balance, dissolving all of these dualities, and all of itself is now duality self is now unified, and everyone light is on, and they have returned to non-duality, all of those supreme selves. So I want to give honor and reverence to the void self manifest. The void self manifest, again, like I say, all of these self is I, Self Supreme Primal Light, is a primal light self that brings into being the primordial egg, and this is the self that shatters the self atom that created the Big Bang. This is why all the particles is spread all out, and we are those tiny particles from the shattered self atom. The self shattered the atoms, and this is how we rise up from these shattered selves. So the self unmanifest is the shattered self atom, with all of the self, the particles in there, the protons move to one side, which is the magnetic aspect of the self, and the electrons move to one side with the void between, which is the neutrons. And so this is how we're able to create all the myriads of things that we're able to create into this existence, because of the shattered, the minute particles creating all of the elements. So I want to give honor and reverence to the other supreme selves above the void self, the void baby unmanifest, and the void unmanifest, the space and the galaxy. So all the galactic beings, they are now moving into balance and harmony. And remember that every one of these self, they also have the duality that made their own beings. All of those beings no longer exist. They have merged back into the duality, and now they have their light turned on, and they're moving the existence into balance and harmony. And so I want to give honor and reverence to a self that has no name, that can't be explained. Hail, hail to I, Self Supreme. That is moving, that its duality, it was the great spirit, and now it's moving into non-duality, and it's moving, bringing balance to this existence. And the self above that one is the primal light self. Hail, hail to the I, Self Supreme Primal Light, whose self-replica is the primordial darkness, known as Lucifer, and now has returned back. Lucifer has its light on, and now Lucifer has returned to non-duality and is moving that primordial darkness back into light. So when you get to look beyond all of this, if you can look beyond all of these things, you're gonna see so much light, because all of the selves, except for, the dualities that we have right into the world here, when you look, if you can look beyond all of these, you will see that everything, the light is on, the all of the galaxies, universe, all of these things now is illuminating. The only thing that's in darkness right now is this world. Because all of us are here with this duality. There is so many self-soul that have made many dream characters in the dream, and now the Supreme Primal Light is getting ready to work with all of itself that is wearing body, right? I Self Supreme Primal Light is saying, fear not. There is no reason for the I to fear the I Self, only ignorance, because the mind is making up a lot of story that is not real and is not the truth. So I just want to give honor and reverence to I and I Self. Know that this is the most difficult and challenging thing, to move this duality into non-duality. Don't think that this has been an easy path, but it must be done. And this is why the I Self Supreme is saying to stop calling on the dualities. Do not call on anything outside of yourself. If it's not your soul, don't call on it. Stay anchored into your self-soul so that you can rise up the teacher within that can teach you. Your soul must be in your body so that the I Self Supreme can bring this world into balance. This is what's left right now, to go into balance. Only this world is left, All the other existence are moving into balance already. All the selves, their light is on and they're working and moving everything into balance and doing and fulfilling their destiny that they wrote out. Now it's your turn to fulfill your destiny. You wrote out a destiny for yourself that you will help to bring balance to this existence. You must take this ego cloak off. Must take this ego cloak off. To do that, you must dissolve your fears. There is no need for you to fear. This is yourself. You have forgotten yourself playing this dream character. This is the reason why you have all this fear. So, I have given reverence and honor to all I Self Supreme. Now there's one other self of Aten Ra, that is Supreme Ra. Supreme Ra, she is partial duality, and I want to give honor and reverence to Supreme Ra because I know Supreme Ra very well, because I am also herself, and I know that the consciousness that rules the world is her mind. She cannot control this consciousness. The consciousness is wayward. This consciousness is devious. This consciousness is habitual, and so it is very challenging for her. It's always a battle, always a fight. So can imagine your existence every day battling and fighting with your mind for thousands and billions of years. This is her existence that she's been in. And so I just want everyone to say, give honor and reverence to Ra, because when the consciousness takes over in the night, when she goes to sleep, the consciousness takes over, because she creates the night by going to sleep. She goes to sleep, her light goes off. This is how we get night. And the consciousness takes over. Her mind takes over, creates an avatar. And when it's time for sunrise for her to wake up, she cannot wake herself up. Aten has to wake her up. And so I just want everyone to know that this world, this duality world, to keep it up is not easy. You have no idea how difficult it is. Because this mind that has no light, it's crazy. And so I just want to share this with you so that you can have a better understanding, and so that you can take the responsibility to know that, come into realization. And that's what I am going to move to. I am going to say it from the book here, my self-realization. But before I do that, I want to also give reverence and honor to my masculine self, Shiva, that has been also working tirelessly to fulfill its destiny and is now merged with I and I as a unified self. And I just want to give honor to Shiva, 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 Shiva. Much honor, much honor, much honor to all of the non-dual selves. So I want everyone to just chant victory, 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 victory. What is the battle against? This duality mind. Know this. You're fighting a war with your mind. Your mind has started a war with you, and you have no choice but to stand up to defend yourself against the mind. Otherwise, it's going to imprison you and enslave you. If you don't stand up to it, you're not, I'm not choosing side. You have to choose yourself. The mind is coming to enslave you. What are you going to do? Just stay there and let it enslave you? No, you have to stand up to the mind. And the only thing that can win the mind over is stillness and truth. You must know truth. And the truth comes from yourself within. It does not come from God. It does not come from any deities, because they do not know the truth. All they do is enslave you. Alright? And so with that being said, I awake to my truth. Rashanti, do you have your book next to you? Huh? Rashanti? Rashanti? Okay. I awake to my truth. Okay. All right. No worries. I will read. I awake to my truth. I awake to my truth. I awake to my truth. May the fire and passion for truth and liberation burns inside of me. I awake to my truth. I awake to my truth. I awake to the realization that I am in a dream of my own creation. I awake to my truth. I am triumphant. I am protected and nothing can harm me. I am stabilized in myself, the unmanifest. All that I need to know is within. I am in command of the commandment, command. The world is because I am. I am always and forever omnipresent. I awake to my truth. My true nature is unmanifest. I am eternal. I am all. I desire to know my true self. I abide in the self. I am that I am. I am void, unmanifest. I am primal light. I am the true light. I am that has no name. I am that can't be explained. I awake to my truth. I awake to my truth. And so this is what the I and I self want to do. So I am going to do my self-realization, and after this we will do the affirmation. I realize I am the self-supreme in this fractal form as a baby primal light self. I realize I am a participant in a dream of my own making. I realize the self-soul fractalize and manifest the baby self called the spirit, the personal self taking form as a human being. I realize the baby self spirit is asleep behind the mind and must be awakened. I realize the self is longing to be free and boundless. The baby self, called the spirit, must merge back in union with itself, the soul, for the self to be whole, balance, and harmony. I awake the sleeping baby self, the God being. Awake, awake, awake. Oh, sleeping self. Arise, beloved self, the great I am. I awake to my truth. I awake to my truth. I awake to my true self. I invoke my true self blessings and light. I invoke my higher self, the primal self, the witness self, the primal guru self, the dispeller of ignorance, the knower of consciousness. I realize I am a baby primalite, a baby son. I am a baby supreme self. I self-realize. I self-realize. I am void, unmanifest. I am not this body. I am not this ego false self. Neither am I this duality mind. I am luminous, pure consciousness. I am Brahman. I am Supreme Self. I am Primal Light. I am Aten. I am void, unmanifest. I am that has no name. I am that can't be explained. I was never born, so I can never die. I am deathless, fearless, timeless, formless, boundless, limitless. I am the eternal truth. I am the eternal self. I am void, unmanifest. I am primal light. I am the one true light. I am all. I return to my ultimate true state. I return to my ultimate true state. And now we will do the vibrations. Starting off with, we will start off with the first vibration. We will do each vibration 8 times, and remember to spiral the vibration around the body. And remember to put your hands in the self-heart formation in the center of your chest. Alright, let's go. One more time. Now we will do the second vibration. And now we will do the third vibration. Your turn. honor and reverence. Hail, hail to I, Self Supreme, Primal Light. Thank you for joining the I and I Self. So know that I am here. I am here for you. Reach out to me. I can assist anyone that needs to take off this ego. If you want to take off this ego, if you want to know the truth, if you want a faster activation, then I can assist you in that way. So reach out to me, connect with me, let me know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you soon. So I'm gonna close out with the I Self Supreme, I Honor You song. Let me know if you like it. Myself supreme, I'm alive too. I honor you, I honor you. Myself supreme, I honor you. Self Supreme, Primal Lights, I honor you. I honor you, I honor you, I honor you. Myself Supreme, I honor you, I honor you. Victory, victory, victory. Self Supreme, Primal Lights, victorious, victory, victory. Myself Supreme, Primal Lights, victorious. Self Supreme, Primal Lights, victorious, victory, victory. A self-supreme is victorious. Thank you, thank you. See you soon. Thank you for joining me today. I'm signing out. I am Primal Light, prepared for this duality world, taking on this form, in this body, as Auset, Aten Ra. I am the Liberator, and I advocate for all selves. Much honor to all the I and I selves. We're in body into this duality. Know that the time has come when the I and I's must merge onto the I Self Supreme Self to be one unified self. So I want to thank you, thank you, thank you.